What's up everyone, welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Google Keyword Planner, which is available in your Google Ads account, to actually add keywords to an existing search campaign and how to create new search campaigns altogether, which we can then import into Google Ads Editor. So this may seem somewhat complicated, but I'm going to go through this step by step so you can easily see how to make changes to your account, how to build a complete campaign using Google Keyword Planner. Basically, all you need to do is create your ads and assets after you create your campaign in the Google Keyword Planner and launch a search campaign. Now, I just recently created this search campaign using the Google Keyword Planner. I haven't created any ads yet, purposely because I don't want this campaign to actually run yet. But what I'm going to show you first is how to use the Google Keyword Planner to add keywords to an existing campaign. You can add keywords and ad groups to an existing campaign directly through the Keyword Planner tool. So let's get into the Keyword Planner by signing into our Google Ads account, going to Tools and Settings, and under Planning, we can go right here to Keyword Planner. So this will bring up a page that looks like this where you can discover new keywords, get search volume and forecasts, and then the other option here, this is new, is organize keywords into ad groups. This is a pretty new feature, so I would bet that the interface is going to change over time. Truthfully, I don't really ever go directly to organize keywords into ad groups, but what you can do is go through here and do your keyword research, and it's going to allow you to actually add keywords directly into ad groups of existing campaigns or a new campaign. Now, what I prefer to do is just go right here to discover new keywords, and let's just say, for example, for my website, beachfrontdecor.com, I sell beach chairs. So chairs that people can bring to the beach when they're sitting on the sand, and instead of sitting on the sand, you sit on a nice beach chair. So obviously summer is rolling around, it's almost Memorial Day, so that's generally the start of the summer season and the beach season. Although obviously in some areas there's been plenty of beach weather already, but that's besides the point. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be discovering some new keywords here, and let's just say I want to create a campaign that's all geared around beach chairs. So I want to create a completely separate campaign because there's a ton of search volume around beach chairs, and I want to separate that out from my other campaigns that are related to decorations. So what we're going to do is we'll just come in here and we'll just start with keywords. And there's a bunch of different beach chair keywords, but if I enter beach chairs, that should give me enough to actually get started. So as you're doing keyword research, you can actually easily create your campaigns rather than just doing keyword research at one time. So we enter our search term here. We're going to start with keywords and we're going to click on Get Results. Now what you're going to see here, if we scroll down, it's going to give us the keywords by relevance, and you're going to see there's some very popular keywords here related to beach chairs. So let's just say I want to target as many keywords as possible, but let's just get started with a few. And let's just say I want to target the keyword Sunflow beach chair. Let's say I have this brand on my website. Maybe I want to do backpack beach chairs and beach lounge chairs. So what we could do is take these three keywords here and just add them to saved keywords. Now, if you want to create a new campaign, click on Campaign Ad Group here, and what you can do is name your campaign. You're going to see right here, Add New Campaign, and then basically for all the different keywords that we're targeting, we would create separate ad groups. So, for example, we would have an ad group for backpack beach chairs, an ad group for beach lounge chairs, and an ad group for Sunflow beach chairs, as long as we have landing pages where we can send people to pages on our website that actually feature these types of products. So that's the most important part of Google Ads, is creating that seamless experience. But let's just say, for example, we want to add these keywords to our existing search campaign. What we're going to do is we're going to add them to our saved keywords. And then once we do saved keywords, we're going to add keywords to create our plan. So now what we can do is go into our saved keywords here. We should have 3 saved keywords that we just added. So you'll see all 3 of these right here. But what you want to do is actually come over here to organize keywords. So this will bring you to the page that I showed you earlier. Rather than going to organize keywords earlier, we can actually just access that directly when we are doing keyword research in the Keyword Planner. So what we can do is say instead of choosing use top performing campaigns, we're not going to select that. I don't like using the auto organize keywords feature yet. You could try to use it, see how it works for you. I'm all about manually organizing keywords. I like to have control over my campaigns. So what we can do is select campaigns. It's saying not recommended, but we're going to select this campaign right here. And we're going to select all of these ad groups here, and we're going to click on Done, and we're going to click on Manually Organize Keywords. So what you're going to see here is on the right-hand side, we have our 3 keywords over here, and then on the left-hand side, it's saying there are no ad groups in your keyword plan. So let's click on Add a Campaign or Ad Group, existing campaign or ad group, and we're going to select all of this right here and click on done. So what that's going to do is bring up all of the ad groups and all of the keywords that we're actually bidding on currently in this campaign. As you can see, I already have beach lounge chairs here. I already actually have Tommy Bahama beach chairs, so I didn't add that to this one. So we're okay right now. So what we can do next is we want to add these keywords into their own ad groups. Let's click on dismiss at the bottom, and then up at the top here, we're going to click on add ad group. And what we're going to do is just click on new ad group. So we have our campaign up right now. So we're going to click on new ad group. We're going to select our campaign right here. So beachfront decor search campaign, and then just take the 3 different keywords that we did. Okay, so we have Sunflow beach chairs, backpack beach chairs, and beach lounge chairs, and we're going to click on save. So this is going to create 3 new ad groups in our campaign. So if we come over here to the left-hand side, you're going to see all of our ad groups are still here. Some of them have no keywords in them. So what we can do is if you click on add new keywords here, it's automatically going to pull up the ad group right over here. So if we click add new keywords, you'll see the ad group change. And then what we can do is click on the backpack beach chair, choose our match type. I like to use phrase match keywords when I'm setting up campaigns, especially initially, and then add that to our ad group. So you can do it that simply to create a new ad group and actually add keywords to that ad group. So you can add more keywords than the one I just added. But if we keep scrolling down here, you're going to see Sunflow beach chairs. So we'll click on add new keywords. It'll pull it up in the ad group here. Sunflow beach chair, we will add this as a phrase match keyword and add that to our ad group. Now, last but not least, you don't actually have to find your ad group on the left-hand side. You could also just take this like beach lounge chair right here, come to match type, phrase match, and through the ad group, we're going to select our campaign. And then we have our beach lounge chairs ad group here. Click on select. And now we've added these 3 different keywords here. You can also paste a ton of keywords here by manually adding keywords and do all of that by it will then add those keywords to the saved keywords panel right here. Now it's kind of hard to work in the saved keywords panel, truthfully, because it's such a small area here. I haven't found a good way to actually work on this to give me an easier way to see things, but you can search at the very top. So if you're looking for specific keywords, for example, if you're targeting a bunch of keywords related to bedding or whatever it may be, just search bedding and it will pull up all of your saved keywords that include bedding in it. And now what we can do next is actually download this plan. So if you've already created a campaign and you want to continue to add more ad groups and more keywords, this is one way to do it. I personally wouldn't do it this way if you have an established campaign. I just prefer to work either directly in Google Ads Editor or directly through the Google Ads interface. But what we could do right now is click on download plan. It will download the keywords in the ad groups, and we're going to download this as a CSV file. If I click on download here, you'll see at the top it downloaded this up here. So then what we can do is open up Google Ads Editor. Whenever I'm working in Google Ads Editor, if you're not familiar with Google Ads Editor, it is an offline version where you can actually make a ton of different changes to your Google Ads account. Before you make those changes, you want to pull in every last detail of your Google Ads account. So if you click on Get Recent Changes, generally what I'll do is do more data, and you can choose all campaigns and click on OK. And that will pull in the exact Google Ads account as it exists the moment you click on Get Recent Changes. So any changes that you've made, it will show up over on the left-hand side. And you'll see right here, review changes, downloaded, unposted, conflict, recommendation updated, recommendation expired. So you may see some of these different color codes throughout Google Ads Editor. Right now, I'm just going to click on done. Now, what we can do within Google Ads Editor is if you go to your account up here at the top left and you go to import, what you can do is import from a file, and you can upload the previous file that we just downloaded from Google Keyword Planner. So I'm going to click on From File, and I have my file right here. So we're going to double click on it. And what it's going to do is it's going to add those ad groups and keywords directly to the campaign that we added them to in the Google Keyword Planner. If we go to Finish and Review Changes, you're going to see right here, this is bold because it's saying these are proposed changes. And you can see we have our 3 new ad groups added: Backpack Beach Chairs, Beach Lounge Chairs, and Sunflow Beach Chairs. So now all we have to do is come up to the top where we're seeing review changes. Don't worry about some of the errors that it's showing because this campaign is not ready to be launched anyway. Click on keep, and we're going to see here, this is our ad group. So if we click on ad groups, you will see we have our Backpack Beach Chairs ad group right here. And then within the ad group, if we go to keywords and targeting, you'll see our keyword is a phrase match keyword, and it's right here. It is Backpack Beach Chairs for this ad group. Basically, each of these ad groups just has one keyword in them. So all of them are phrase match keywords. Besides where I'm targeting beach chairs, I did an exact match keyword. So just one way to set up your campaigns. But now we're ready to actually publish these changes. We created a few new ad groups, did a little bit of keyword research in the keyword planner, and we can click on post. This is one quick and easy way to actually create ad groups within a campaign. Truthfully, what I would rather do is do this process manually rather than downloading the plan directly from the keyword planner. The only time it really makes sense to use the keyword planner to add to an existing campaign is if you're adding a ton of new ad groups, a ton of new keywords, and you want to do that process much quicker and much easier than trying to do it directly through the Google Ads interface. So if we go back over to Google Ads Editor, I click on Post Changes. We could just post for the selected campaigns. That's the only changes that we've made. And now we've added our new ad groups and our new keywords to our campaign. So if we come back over here, let's just say we want to come all the way back out and we're in the keyword planner. Instead of doing it to an existing campaign, let's create a new campaign through the Google Keyword Planner for our account. It's going to be a very similar process here, but if we go to our tools and settings again, you go to planning and keyword planner, it will open up this page. So you want to make sure you have this page open, click on discover new keywords. And what you want to do is enter a bunch of different keywords here. You could also start with a website if you want to, and you can enter your website here, use the entire website, and it will actually pull up the most relevant and the most popular keywords that are relevant to your website. However, I like to just start with keywords. There's a few different reasons why I like to start with keywords, but with this example, let's just enter beach chairs. We'll keep our same exact example here. You can enter your website to filter unrelated keywords. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to look at all beach chair keywords and click on get results. Now you'll see with just entering beach chairs, it gave me over 1,500 keyword ideas. So there's going to be no shortage of keyword ideas. And that's why it's really good to actually do keyword research at the same time as campaign creation. And I'll show you how easy it is to actually do this. It's a little bit easier, in my opinion, to create a brand new campaign than to do what we just did previously, where we added keywords and ad groups to an existing campaign. The other thing that you can do is if you are using start with keywords, you enter your keyword, you don't enter a site to filter unrelated keywords. One of the options over here is ad group view, or just grouped view, where they actually show you different ad group examples that you can actually add to your campaign. So what's really good about this is it's already organized for you. So cheap beach chairs Target, Helinox beach chairs, Sunny Life beach chairs, inflatable beach chairs, wooden beach chairs. You can basically see all of the different ad groups that you can add directly to your campaign. So that's one option that you have. And you can take these keywords and add them to your saved keywords, or create new campaigns and then add different ad groups to your campaign. Truthfully, I don't like doing this because within these grouped examples, a lot of times there's going to be a lot of crossover, like cheap reclining beach chairs, whereas I'd rather target something like reclining beach chairs or Tommy Bahama beach chairs in their own ad groups. So the one good thing about the grouped keywords is sometimes what I'll do is I'll come in here and use these to kind of come up with ideas, not only for content creation, because it's really useful to kind of see, okay, if I'm creating content on my website about beach chairs and I'm adding beach chair products to my website, as we scroll down here, you can see different things that people are searching: comfortable beach chairs, Coleman beach chairs, summer beach chairs, and then make sure that I have pages on my website that actually list those types of chairs, so that when somebody is searching, for example, for a swivel beach chair, if they go to Google, they search swivel beach chair, I have a page on my website that says, here are 50 different swivel beach chairs you can purchase today and bring with you to the beach once they get shipped to you. So instead of going through the grouped view, which I do like the grouped view, and I'm going to go through this in other videos, but what we're going to do is go back to the keyword view, and you're going to see all of these different keywords here that we can add to our campaign. So let's go through and let's just say we want to start by creating 10 ad groups for our campaign, and for each ad group, we're going to add one keyword to each ad group. So we'll start with beach chairs. Obviously, we'll start with our main keyword, which we're going to add. We're going to click on campaign ad group, and we're going to name our campaign Beach Chairs 2023. And then what we can do is add ad groups to our campaign. So there's different ways that you can do this. Now let's just say I add beach chairs here and we click on save. So now what it's going to do is add a new campaign called Beach Chairs 2023. We have our beach chairs ad group here. We can select this keyword, add it to our ad group, select our match type. For this one, I'm going to use an exact match keyword. So if somebody's searching beach chairs, I want to make sure that anything that is beach chairs or very, very, very closely relevant to beach chairs will only go through this ad group. So there's no crossover when somebody's searching any of these other keyword variations. So we have this one added. We have it as an exact match keyword. We're going to add this keyword to our plan. So now what we can do is once this keyword is added, okay, so we have one keyword added to our plan, we're going to click on dismiss. And then what we can do is let's take Tommy Bahama beach chair. We don't want to add it to beach chairs here. We want to add it to our campaign ad group. We're going to choose our beach chairs campaign. We're going to create an ad group for our beach chairs campaign and just do Tommy Bahama beach chairs. So hopefully you kind of get the idea of what we're doing here. You're going to repeat this process many, many times. For this one, I'm going to use a phrase match keyword. You could do exact match for this as well. I'm still not a huge fan of broad match keywords just because when I look at my search terms report, I always find so much wasted spend on broad match keywords that I would much rather spend a little bit more on phrase match or exact match keywords and get much tighter and more relevant targeting. So let's use phrase match for Tommy Bahama beach chairs, and we'll add this keyword to our plan to our Tommy Bahama beach chairs ad group. So add keyword to plan, and we're going to continue to repeat this process. So Sunflow beach chair we can choose. Now the one thing that's a little bit difficult is if you're doing one keyword at a time like this, it will be time consuming. However, what you can do is take something like beach chairs here and say add a filter, let's say keyword text contains, and then do something like backpack beach chair. Click on apply. And what you'll see is we have backpack beach chair and then a few different variations as far as some of these different brands, backpack beach chair with cooler, beach chair with backpack straps. But what you can do is take something like, let's say beach chair with backpack straps and our backpack beach chair. So we'll just take these two keywords. We obviously need to create a new ad group. So we'll go to campaign ad group, create an ad group, select our campaign here, and then we are going to do click on save. Okay, so we choose our new ad group here. We are going to do phrase match and add these two keywords to this ad group. So that's how you can add multiple keywords at the same time. Obviously, once you add that filter, it's going to stay there until you click on the X. So now we have all of our other keywords down here. So we'll add a few more, but I think you kind of get the idea of the process that we're going through. Select a keyword, come over here to campaign ad group. We're going to be creating an ad group. So for this one is going to be beach lounge chairs. We click on save and we have need to make sure we select our ad group here, phrase match, add this keyword to our plan. So this is actually a quick and easy way to create a ton of different ad groups, add a ton of different keywords to your campaign. And you're seeing we have a lot of average monthly searches here. And I'll also show you an easy way after we launch our campaign to go in and create your ads. Now, this should be a good enough idea for if you're trying to create a campaign through the Google Keyword Planner for you to get an idea of exactly the process to go through. Choose the keyword you want to target, beach chair with umbrella, for example. We want to go in here, go to campaign ad group, create our new ad group, name the ad group the exact thing that we are targeting. I'll say beach chair umbrella, click on save, choose that ad group that we just created for our keyword, choose your match type, add keyword to your plan. Now what you're going to see is if we come over here to saved keywords, it is going to add all of these keywords to your saved keywords, but right now it's not in the campaign form here. So what you can do is go to organize keywords. Now instead of going to auto organize keywords, what we're going to do is click on manually organize keywords. And what it's going to do is pull up our plan that we're currently creating. Now we can name this plan instead of having plan from May 18th, 2023. Let's do our beach chairs 2023. So we'll click on save. So you'll see on the right here in the center of the screen, these are all of our ad groups. So this one we added two keywords to. And then as we scroll down here, it has all of the different ad groups that we've created. So you basically can see we have the ultimate structure of a Google Ads campaign. The main thing we don't have are any advertisements yet. So you obviously have to go back and create your advertisements after you download this plan and import it into Google Ads Editor. Over here on the right-hand side, you will see the saved keywords. So one thing that you can do is let's just say you want to manually add a bunch of keywords here. So you have a keyword list, you want to add hundreds of saved keywords and you want to eventually add them to your campaign. What you can do is paste all of these keywords here. So if, for example, let's say I know that I want to target an ad group for wood beach chairs. So I could just come in here, do wood beach chairs, add those keywords. It's going to add that keyword to my saved keyword over here. And then it's going to say it's not in an ad group like these other ones are. So if I select this, go down to match type, let's say phrase match, go to my ad group, you're going to see through this campaign, there's no ad group created yet. Same thing we did earlier. Add ad group. We are going to add a new ad group to our Beach Chairs 2023 campaign, and we're going to do wood beach chairs. Click on save. Now this ad group is created. It will reload this, scroll to the bottom, select our keyword we just added, phrase match, make sure we add it to the right ad group here. So wood beach chairs, select and add this to our ad group. So that's how easy it is to build campaigns using the Google Keyword Planner. I like to do this manually. I haven't had a lot of success with the auto-organized keywords. I may create a video doing auto-organized keywords in the future if I can make it work a little bit better. For right now, we have 7 ad groups in our campaign. I obviously would add more to this if it's going to be a full campaign that I'm running. Doing this for the sole purpose of this tutorial, so I will have videos coming out where I create a complete campaign for this brand, so that will be a very long video that comes out in the future. But for right now, let's download our plan. We are going to download our keywords and ad groups as a CSV file format. Click on download. Okay, so our file is downloaded. We can go back over to Google Ads Editor. I haven't made any changes in Google Ads, so I don't need to get recent changes, but you can do this. Basically, every time I open up Google Ads Editor, I usually do get recent changes. But what we're going to do again, go to account. We're going to go to import, and we're going to import from a file. We're going to choose our new file right here. So select that file, and you're going to see it's going to add 1 campaign, 6 ad group, 7 keywords, 1 location, finish and review changes. And what you're going to see is it's going to show our Beach Chairs 2023 campaign right here. Click on keep. Now you'll see the Beach Chairs 2023 campaign here in Google Ads Editor. If we come back over to our Google Ads account, we exit out of the Google Keyword Planner, we come back to our Google Ads account through the campaign screen, you will see this campaign is not here yet. So what you need to do is just click on Post Changes. We're going to post them to our selected campaigns. You could also choose all campaigns if you're working on multiple campaigns at once. Click on Post. Okay, so now we can click on Close here. We can come back over to our Google Ads account and let's just refresh the page. Okay, so now if we come in here, you're going to see our Beach Chairs 2023 campaign. So the main things I would do is after you create a campaign through the Google Keyword Planner, we have our ad groups here. Obviously, you can keep adding more ad groups. One thing you're going to see is if we go to something like backpack beach chairs here, we have 2 different keywords we're targeting. Let's just say I want to add more keywords. What you can do is go to add more keywords through the Google Ads interface and then just enter the main keyword you're targeting for this ad group. So in this case, it's backpack beach chairs. And then what you want to do is try to find keywords that are going to actually be useful and relevant for this ad group. So Tommy Bahama backpack beach chair, I would rather keep that directly into my Tommy Bahama ad group. So I don't want any crossover with different brands. So any brand keyword is going to stay in that ad group. Your Google Ads success is all about organizing campaigns. So we'll keep coming down here. Best backpack beach chairs, that's a good one. So backpack beach chair with cooler, I'll target that one as well. Now, if we take these 2 keywords, we enter them just like this and we click on save. The main thing you need to keep in mind is it's going to do a broad match keyword. So if you're adding keywords and you're doing it the way that I just did it, and we do backpack beach chairs again, click on enter. We'll find one more good keyword here. So let's do lightweight backpack beach chair. So that's a good one right here. If you want to target phrase match keywords, put quotes around the actual keyword itself, and that will target as a phrase match keyword. If you want an exact match keyword, then what you want to do is surround your keyword in brackets like I did right here with ABC. So we'll come back up to the top here and we will click on save. And you're going to see that adds that one as a phrase match keyword. So if you see these like this with broad match, just change them to phrase match. Google Ads recommends broad match. Truthfully, I'd rather just use phrase match. Switch to broad match if you're seeing good performance and you think that your campaign can get more volume, because basically what broad match is good for is getting a campaign much more volume. In my opinion, the way I've always set up campaigns, it hasn't really changed much over the years, is keep things very organized like this, keep my keywords in the most relevant ad groups possible. And then the next thing you want to do after you add some different keywords to your ad groups is we'll stick with our backpack beach chair one here. Come over to your ads and assets and then create a responsive search ad that is as relevant as possible to the ad group. So in this case, obviously my final URL, I want to send people to a page that features my backpack beach chairs for sale. So I have that page on my website. I'm not going to actually submit this ad for right now, but I would enter that as my final URL. It is a complete listing that is completely relevant for this ad group, exactly what people are looking for. Come down to your headlines. I always start with the main keyword I'm targeting here. And then the other thing that I'll do in the first spots here is the keywords that I'm targeting. You'll see them right at the top here. Lightweight backpack beach chair with cooler, straps, best chairs. I will basically take all of those and just add them as other headlines, as long as I can fit that. So that one works there. This one might not fit. So you could always do something like that. And then we would add all your headlines here. You can use your display path. So maybe I do, okay, so that's not a bad display path there, and that will show up in our example URL. Once we have our final URL here, keep scrolling down, enter your description lines. Obviously, you want them geared towards the keywords that you're targeting. You can get access to add your business name and logos. And then what you want to do is add your assets as well. So obviously, you always want to add site links. Site links will only improve your advertisements and enhance your ads. So with site links, what I could do, for this case, I can take site links and create a bunch of different site links that are relevant for my ad groups. And then I can also say, okay, if somebody's searching for backpack beach chairs, they're probably going to be interested in Tommy Bahama beach chairs. They're probably going to be interested in lightweight beach chairs. Those could be other site links where maybe they want to shop that section of my website instead. More asset types, the other thing you want to do, if you're running promotions, you can add those here. I will create videos about all the different asset types and put them together in one long video. If your business accepts phone calls, then enter your phone number here. You can add prices if you have fixed prices for your products or services. Add call outs to add more business information. So free shipping, 24-hour customer service, whatever it may be that's going to help promote your products or services slightly better. You can add lead forms. You can add call outs. If we come over here to structured snippets, you can add those as well to add maybe some different brands that you carry. There's a lot of different things that you can do here as you are setting up your advertisements. So you want to make sure you add all of those different things as you're going through the process of creating your advertisements. And then I'm just going to click on cancel for right now. We're going to leave this page. You do want to create your advertisements. I'm just not doing it for right now. Now, the next thing that I would do is we'll come back to the campaign level. So we're going to click on our campaign at the top here, and then we're going to go to settings. So we want to go to our campaign settings. You want to make sure you set the correct location targeting. You want to make sure that you have your conversion tracking set up properly. So here we have our campaign name. You're going to see goals here. So any conversion actions that you have, you want to make sure you're using the right conversion action for your campaign. So if I do use campaign specific goal settings, what I could do is say purchases. So any purchases on my website, click on save. That's what I want to optimize for. I'm trying to get people to go to my website and purchase beach chairs. So the next thing is going to be customer acquisition. Right now I have bid equally for new and existing customers. So one thing you can do is optimize your campaign for acquiring new customers and bid higher for new customers rather than existing customers. I'm not going to go through that too much in this video, but that's one option that you have. Marketing objective. So in this case, I would choose sales, and we're going to click on save since I'm trying to drive purchases. Campaign status enabled. Networks, I would include Google Search Partners. I don't generally include Google Display Network. Now, one thing you can do is see how your performance is initially and then include Google Display Network and see if it actually improves or makes your performance worse. So that's one option that you have. I usually do Google Search Partners, so we'll do that for right now. And we can always add the other one later. Locations, so any of the locations you're actually targeting. The main thing is click on location options. Choose presence for target people in or regularly in your targeted locations. Exclude could be presence as well. Click on save. So language targeting, right now our language targeting is English. We have our budget set. I just did a $30 per day budget. I think it may have set that automatically through the Google Keyword Planner. Bidding strategy. So right now we have maximize conversions. What we can do is set a target cost per acquisition or cost per action. So what that means is for every conversion that we drive, we're saying we want to spend this much for every conversion we drive. If a conversion on average for our business is worth $50, then you want to set a CPA that is much lower than $50. Let's say we start with $20. So we're going to do $20 for our target CPA and click on save. If we come over here to change bid strategy, you're going to see what do you want to focus on. We could also do focus on conversion value. So if we are actually driving purchases and it's pulling in the amount that people are actually spending on our website, in my case, it doesn't. But if you have an e-commerce website, my website is strictly an affiliate website. So I just track clicks out to my products that I'm promoting. But for a e-commerce website, for every purchase, it's going to pull in that dynamic value that people actually spent on your website. So what you want to focus on is conversion value. And you do want to set a target return on ad spend. So let's just say we do a target return on ad spend of 300%. So we choose that, click on save. The main thing you're going to see here, Before setting up target return on ad spend, wait until the account that set up conversion tracking has received at least 15 conversions in the last 30 days. The more conversions you drive from Google Ads, the better your campaign can actually be optimized. So one of the things a lot of people do is they just start with focusing on conversions and use the maximize conversions bid strategy. It may end up increasing your costs slightly, but some different ways to actually get your costs down over time. I will go through that in follow-up videos. We have start dates and end dates here, but from this for right now, so if we're setting up our campaign, this would be a good starting point. You want to make sure you create all of your advertisements, obviously in your ad groups, drive traffic to the right landing pages, and the main thing when you're creating campaigns is keep things really organized. So if you're trying to create really good campaigns, if I'm targeting a keyword like beach floor lamps, so I have coastal floor lamp in here, I want my ads to match exactly what people are typing in or something very closely. I want my landing pages to be exactly what people are looking for, and that's the best way to not only get the best quality score with your Google Ads campaigns, but also how to drive the best conversion rate and maximize your cost per conversion. Because ultimately what we're trying to do is increase our return on ad spend so we can get more customers, new customers, and continue to grow our business. So hopefully this was helpful with creating a Google Ads search campaign by going to tools and settings and using the keyword planner. You can do keyword research and campaign creation at the same time. It works very well. Google Ads Editor is completely free to use. I will put a link to the download for Google Ads Editor in the video description. I also have Google Ads Editor tutorials on my channel. The most recent one goes over Google Ads Editor with the newest version here. I actually prefer the old version of Google Ads Editor. This one I don't use as much as I did the other one, but I also think the user interface has been much easier to use, even though I think it's changing in 2024. So if you have any questions about creating Google Ads campaigns with the Google Keyword Planner, please leave them in the comments section. Thanks for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel.